Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Katrina and today we'll go through a short and sweet flow where we'll focus on our shoulders and our upper back. So a little bit of back bending, some shoulder openers and things like that. So really great if you have some stiffness in that area that movement might help with. We'll start in a child's pose. So you can bring your knees towards the long edges of the mat, sit your hips over your heels, and then release the upper body over the legs. Extend your arms overhead. Taking a few moments to settle down here. Maybe take a deep breath in, fill the lungs with air, and then release it all out. Finding a bit of grounding. Just allowing yourself to arrive into this space, into your own practice, into your own body. Start to take deeper breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Keep going like this for a few rounds. Maybe feeling the rib cages expand, pressing against the thighs, the tummy expands, and maybe the back of the heart as well. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale. And we start to walk our hands towards the legs, sitting up. You can bring your knees slightly closer together if you like. We're going to bring our hands behind the lower back, interlace them there, and open up through the chest, pulling the hands down, opening through the chest and the shoulders. You can gaze up. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, fold over the legs. And maybe you start to lift the hands off the lower back. The arms start to lift up. Well done. A nice stretch for the front of the shoulders. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come back up. Releasing the hands, we'll bring our arms in front of us, crossing the right arm over the left, coming into eagle arms. You can maybe bring the palms to meet or then grab the right thumb with the left hand. We'll inhale, reaching up through the arms. And then exhale, hug the elbows towards the chest. Then inhale, reach up. And exhale, hug in. Good. Reach up, open through the chest, reach up through the fingertips. And then hug in for one final time. Then finding a neutral spine, releasing the arms, we'll bring our left hand onto our left side, reaching the right arm over. A side bend, stretching the right side of the body, keeping that right sitting bone glued to the right heel as you lengthen through the right arm. Inhale. And then exhale, come back to center. Arms in front of us again, left arm over right. And then bring the hands together. Inhale, reach up, opening, and exhale, hug in. Inhale, reach up. Lift up through the fingertips, the elbows, the chest, and exhale, hug in. Good. Final round. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Release the hands. Drop the right hand next to you on the floor and reach the left arm over. Good. Really nice and long. Lengthen through the left side of the body. A juicy stretch for the left side. Inhale. And then exhale. Find your way to center. Well done. Now bringing your hands onto the mat. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips as we move through cat-cow a few times. So inhale, opening up through the spine. And then as you exhale, round, hug in, chin towards the chest. And inhale, drop the heart, lift up through the chin and the sitting bones. And exhale. Inhale, lift. You can go through this movement in your own rhythm too. And final round. Inhale and exhale. Coming to a neutral spine again, we'll keep our knees and hips where they are and walk our hands towards the top corners of the mat, coming into an Anahatasana or puppy pose. You can either rest your forehead on the mat or maybe even gaze up, resting your chin on the mat. Really melting through the heart, through the shoulders, finding a stretch in that region. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, we start to walk the hands back in, coming onto all fours. And from here, we'll tuck our toes under and start to lift the hips up into a downward facing dog. Good. You can find a bit of movement here as we arrive in our first down dog of the day. Maybe bend one knee at a time, finding a bit of space in the backs of the legs. Start to lengthen through the spine. Hugging the triceps in as you press the mat away from you. Well done. Coming into a stop in your down dog. Keep pressing the mat away, lifting up through the sitting bones. Inhale. And exhale. With our next inhale, reach the right leg up behind you. And as you exhale, hug the knee forward and step the foot between the hands. We'll bring our left knee onto the mat, reaching forward through the chest. Lengthen, drop the hips down. Then as we next inhale, come all the way up into a low lunge. Inhale. And exhale, drop the hands down behind your lower back. We interlace them there. And then start to open up as you inhale, guiding the hands closer to the mat. Opening up through the chest, the front of the shoulders, get a nice stretch, a gentle back bend. Inhale, and then exhale. Release back to center. Drop your left hand on the mat and lift the left knee off the mat, coming into a twist here, opening the right arm up as you inhale. Staying with the breath. Making sure the right knee is pointing towards the top of the mat. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, we step the left knee right behind the right ankle and sit down. The right hand can come behind us. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And then exhale, drop it so that it presses against the right knee. And we twist here. Using the right hand to lengthen the spine as you press the mat away. And the left hand to push the knee away from you. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, come back to center. Planting both hands at the top of the mat. Step back into a plank pose. Bring your knees down and lower the whole body down. We inhale into a cobra here. Pull the shoulders back. And then press onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. And downward facing dog. Well done. Full breath here. And exhale out. Then reaching the left leg up behind you. And as you exhale, hug the knee forward and step the foot between the hands. Right knee comes onto the mat. We lengthen, drive the chest forward. And then with our next inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, drop the hands down, interlace them behind the lower back, and start to open up here. Good. Nice gentle back bend. Maybe you gaze up, slightly lifting through the chin. Good job. Inhale. And then exhale. Coming back to center, the right hand drops onto the mat and we lift the right knee off the mat. inhale the left arm up. Long line from the right hand to the left fingertips. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, stepping the right knee right behind the left ankle and come into a seat. You can keep your left fingertips behind you. Inhale the right arm up. And then exhale, cross it over the left knee. You can gaze over the left shoulder as you lengthen through the spine. And twist. Take one more inhale. And then exhale. Twist back towards the top of the mat. Both hands down, step into a plank. And we'll go through a vinyasa. You can either keep your knees lifted or on the mat. Upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Well done. Take a full breath here again. And exhale out. We reach our right leg up with the next inhale. And then as you exhale, hug the knee forward and step it between the hands. We turn our left heel, preparing for warrior one as we inhale. And drop a little bit deeper as you exhale. Take another inhale here. And then as we exhale, we drop the hands behind us again, interlace them behind the lower back, open up through the chest here, and then exhale, folding over the right leg, coming into humble warrior. Good. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, come back up to center, opening into warrior two. So slightly widening the stance, open the arms out to the sides. Shoulders remain low. And breathe. We inhale, reaching forward, and reverse the warrior as you exhale. Take another inhale here. And then come back to center. Right elbow onto the right knee, left arm reaches over. Good. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, maybe you go a little bit deeper. You can drop the right hand onto the mat if you like. Good. Take an inhale here. If you like to go even deeper, you can start to go for a bind. So we'll internally rotate the left hand, bring your right shoulder really close to the right knee, and then bring it from under that leg. Maybe bring the hands to meet behind the back. If you're there, you can start to straighten the spine, bending through the right knee. Good. Even if you can't find the full bind, you can still attempt and work on it. So maybe after a few practices, you'll be able to bring your fingers to meet. Take an inhale. And then exhale, we release the hands, step into a plank pose and vinyasa. Upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Good. Take a full breath. And exhale out. Next inhale, reach the left leg up behind you. And then step that foot forward between the hands. Preparing for warrior one, turn the right heel. Inhale the arms up. And drop a little bit deeper. Take another inhale. And then drop the hands down. Interlace them behind the lower back. Open up as you inhale. And then humble warrior as you exhale. Allow the arms to drop as far over as feels good. Inhale. And come back up. Exhale. Open into warrior two. Good. Gazing over the left fingertips. Shoulders remain low. Good. With our next inhale, reach forward. Reversing the warrior as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And then move back through center. Left elbow onto the knee. Reach the right arm over. Good. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, maybe drop the hand down onto the mat. So we start to gradually move towards that bind. Inhale here. And then exhale. You can start to internally rotate the right arm, bring it behind the back, then left shoulder really close to the left knee, and maybe bring the left arm from underneath that leg. Good. If you can find the bind, stay there for a bit, see how it feels if you lengthen through the spine, maybe bending the knee a little bit more. Inhale here. And then exhale, release the hands, bring them to the mat, step into a plank. And lower down vinyasa, upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Good, take a full breath here. And exhale out. Then inhale into a plank pose. We're going to lower into a forearm plank with control. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, release all of the lower body onto the mat. You can bring your palms onto the mat, coming into a Sphinx pose. So peeling your shoulders back, opening up through the chest. Imagine your shoulder blades coming closer together behind the back. You can really grip onto the mat with your fingertips. Imagine yourself pulling the mat back. And if you want to, you can drop your head for a moment, maybe sway it from side to side. Keep opening through the chest, widening through the collarbones. And then bring the head back up. And we can release the chest onto the mat as well. We'll extend our left arm all the way out to the left. You can keep your right hand under the right shoulder. Bending the right knee, we're going to turn onto our left side. So the right foot can step over the left leg as you come here. Resting your head on the mat so you can completely relax through the neck. And take deep breaths. Working on that left shoulder, finding a nice release there. Maybe feeling a slight twist in the spine too. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, you can turn back onto your stomach. Good. Maybe bring your hands under the forehead for just a moment. Sway the hips from side to side. Then extend the right arm out to the side. Left hand under the shoulder, bend the left knee, and turn onto the right side. So the left foot steps over the right leg. You can use the left hand here to gently push you into the pose if you feel like you need that support. And then relax your head onto the mat. We'll take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, find your way back onto the mat, onto your stomach. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Push back onto hands and knees. And then we'll simply sit back on our heels. You can rest your hands on your lap as you come into stillness here. Drop back into the breath, into the body. Maybe you feel your heart racing slightly after that movement, maybe your breath as well. See if you can deepen the breath again. Dropping the shoulders low. Keep the spine really long. And the back of the neck is long too. You can softly close the eyes. Taking a moment just in stillness, just breathing, just being with our body. start to bring your hands to heart center, pressing the thumbs against your sternum, against the center of your chest. We'll take one final inhale here. And then open the mouth, exhale it out. Good. You can gently open the eyes when you feel ready. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me for this practice. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel a little bit more open in your shoulders, your upper back. If you enjoyed that, please subscribe to my channel. Leave me a thumbs up and maybe even a comment. I really love hearing what you think of the flows. I'll be back with my next video next week, so I hope I see you then. Have a lovely day.